touchdown.
Meanwhile, Jets fans will find that a familiar sight. Well, maybe not the hug, but certainly Fireman Ed.
Yeah, he won't be doing that cheer in this stadium.
Elway sending his receivers back from whence they came. Play fake. All kinds of time. Going long, McCaffrey. Inside the 20 to the Jets 16-yard line.
The New York Jets blow the coverage. They have it. They have the perfect coverage. The safety. Watch this come across. The safety come up. Then Ed McCaffrey gets behind it. Here he comes. He comes up. Ed McCaffrey goes behind. John Elway sees it. Big passing play. Boy, and Ed McCaffrey does a good job of making sure of the catch when you're wide open.
Terrell Davis, left side. He's what you call running downhill.
Greg, that's exactly what I thought. That was running downhill, and it was out of control, too. Victor Green, number 21. Watch Terrell Davis. I mean, when he turns it up, here he comes. Victor Green, number 21, just got enough on him to bring him down.
Neil Smith, you betcha. Neil Smith had a 79-yard return of a fumble for a touchdown against the Dolphins last week. On second down. All kinds of time. Elway throws. Touchdown. Howard Griffith.
Well, all of a sudden, John Elway has found out how to throw this football. This is throwing it in some tight quarters, puts a lot of heat on it. Corwin Brown, number 44, saw the play, but because of the speed of the throw, couldn't get there in time to make the play.
Elam for the extra point. And it's good. The Jet lead is down to 3. Did you really think on his final appearance at Mile High Stadium you'd hold number 7 down for long?
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by First Union, your guide to the financial world, and by Staples, the office superstore.
Back at Mile High Stadium, the Broncos set to kick it away. Quick drive at 64 yards gets Denver right back into the game. Short kick. It's bouncing back. Loose ball. And Denver says it has it. This will be big.
The wind held it up right from the start.
The Broncos have it. It took a Denver bounce, and the Broncos were there when it came down.
What happened is Jason Elam went to kick the ball hard, and he got underneath it. The ball was spinning really hard, harder than normal, and it made it stay up in the air longer. And it lands about 20 to 25 yards short of where it usually would go.
When all is said and done, number 56, Keith Burns, comes up with the ball. The Broncos now first down at the Jet 31. Davis inside the 30 to about the 27. The turnaround for the Broncos came after the Jet touchdown. Vaughn Heveron's kickoff return had an excellent field position. Then the long pass to McCaffrey, a little change of pace run for Terrell Davis, and then the touchdown pass to Griffin.
You remember the long throw that we saw with the Denver Broncos? The Jets had 2 safeties back there all day long in passing situations. They've had one and the other one inside. They changed up. The Broncos guessed right. That gave them a big play.
Davis to the right side. Penalty marker flies. This will be a holding call against the Broncos. As I watched the hold develop, Ed Hockley was searching his back pocket for the penalty marker.
Well, he couldn't get his hands on that flag. He was searching and searching.
Offensive number 89. 10-yard penalty. Repeat second down.
It's the tight end, Dwayne Carswell.
It's on. He's blocking Mo Lewis. Number 57, number 89, Dwayne Carswell. Mo Lewis trying to go up the field. Look at that grip. And when you see, well, you can see the jersey being pulled. But when the defender gets turned, when they turn them, then you know the only way you can do that is you have to have a grip of that jersey.
Now that's a hold.
That was a good one.
It's a strong one.
It was worth 10.
Both teams penalized 4 times for about the same amount of yardage. 2nd and 15. Derek Lavelle is in the backfield for Denver. And he takes the pass and drops it.
Well, that was a good example that time, Greg. Finesse throws a little hard right now in this wind. If you want to have some success throwing the football, just get back there and use some power.
By our count, that is 5 Denver dropped passes today. Third and long, and with 8 or more yards to go, the Broncos have come up empty in 3 tries today. 9:05 to play, third quarter. Elway with time, over the middle, complete. Rod Smith made the catch. 10-yard pickup, and that's short of a first down, and onto the field comes Jason Elam.
But it's enough yards to bring the field goal kicker on the field. If they wouldn't have picked up any positive yards there, I think Mike Shanahan would have punted the football because the wind, it looked like it was going to die down, but now it's extremely gusty on the field. It's blowing my hair up here in the booth.
This will be a 44-yard field goal attempt. The flags are still atop the uprights right now. The place down, the kick, it's straight enough, it is long enough, and it's good. Keith Burns recovered the errant kickoff, and we now have a 10-10 tie. Broncos, with the 44-yard field goal by that man, pull into a 10-10 tie. 8:23 to play in the third. Dave Meggett, one of the deep men. Meggett at the 1. And not much further than the 15-yard line. Keith Burns, who recovered the kickoff last time, makes the tackle. Was it a big field goal for the Broncos in their state of mind? Watch Jason Elam from 44 yards out. Yeah. And Mike Shanahan been down 10 points, and all of a sudden, his guys are even at 10. 1st and 10, Jets, their own 17. Here comes the crowd.
Now the crowd is back into it.
This will not count. Penalty marker on the play. Be a false start against the Jets, it would appear.
Before the ball was snapped, false start, offense, number 76. 5-yard penalty, still first down.
That's Jumbo Elliott. You know, I saw one of the players getting feisty down there is Kevin Mawai. He's a feisty kind of guy. We had a chat with him yesterday.
Well, I'd be feisty, too, if I was 6'4" and 305, you know, but what has happened with Kevin Mawai and this offensive line, he has settled it down. He's a terrific player, one of the best centers in the league, and he's a leader, so he's held them together.
1st and 15. Quick pass, Keyshawn Johnson tries to turn it upfield, but he is tackled on the play by Ray Crockett, number 39.
Greg, I said it earlier, the one thing that you've got to be impressed with the last 2 weeks, when we've watched this Bronco defense, people always have a tendency to say they can be taken advantage of, but terrific tackling down the field. Keyshawn Johnson, tough to bring down, but when these receivers are catching it, the defenders are bringing them down right away, no extra yards.
Pick up a 5 on the play. They're back to the original line of scrimmage. It's 2nd and 10. On the draw. much there from Martin, maybe a yard.
Did you see how long it took Vinny Testaverde to snap that football? What they were doing, spread them out. They spread the defense out, and if the defense spreads with you, then they have a running play.
Vinny Testaverde checking his wristband. He has every offensive play in the game plan for today on that list.
And that is 105 plays written on that list. Greg, if you tried to read that, you need binoculars.
Need them anyway.
Yeah.
3rd and 9. Quick pass. Dietrich Ward out across the 20, a pickup of about 4. That's not enough for a first down. Alfred Williams made the stop.
Defensive line, that's the key for the Denver Broncos. They move around. They stop the running game. They've done that today. And that time the screenplay is set up. It's going to pick up a first down, but Alfred Williams gets off the pass rush, turns around, and makes the tackle before the first down.
John Kidd. Darian Gordon from the 33. Knocked out of bounds at about the 45-yard line. 45-yard punt, 11-yard return. And now the Broncos go back to work on offense, and that means number 7. Talking to Gary Kubiak, who it appears headed to the University of Colorado as their head coach.
That's what we hear. Gary Kubiak, the offensive coordinator, helps Mike Shanahan with the offense. Been rumored to take the University of Colorado job as early as tomorrow. Came in the league the same year with John Elway. Drafted the same year, roommates. Now he's coaching him, helped coordinate the offense, and he's done a terrific job.
Meanwhile, here is the mile-high hero as he takes over with a tie game, play action. Pepper Johnson chasing him, and Elway throws it away. On the Jets sideline, a few words. A breather for the offensive line. There's Kevin Mawai, number 68.
You know, the one thing I like about the Denver Broncos when I watch their football team, especially on offense, when you got a good running game, and we talked with Mike Shanahan about this on, yesterday morning, when they fake the run, when John Elway drops back and moves, they're looking for some yards. None of that 5 and 10-yard stuff. They want some 20 and 30-yard gashers.
Straight drop, Elway. Throws near sideline, complete. Rod Smith has enough for the first down.
Well, the Denver Broncos are now starting to take advantage of the things the Jets wanted to make them do, and that's throw the football outside. Take away the middle. Ray Mickens a little late on the coverage, but he plays it smart. Don't give up the big play, and then try to react to the throw underneath. And Rod Smith does a good job. He has progressed so much as a football player, as a wide receiver, where he's one of the top 15 wide receivers in the league.
Davis to the 40. And after a shaky first half, John Elway appears to have found some rhythm to his passing game.
Well, it takes that one big play sometimes to get a quarterback going. But, you know, Greg, talking about Rod Smith, we talked about him a couple weeks ago. And remember what he said? What the Missouri Southern had 3 majors when he was in college. And let's see if I can remember what they were. Economics, marketing, and business. And he said, you know, I was kind of a nerd in college. And I said, boy, don't apologize for 3 majors.
Terrell Davis to the Jet 20-yard line. "20 yards, a burst that puts him over the 100-yard mark here today.
The Denver Broncos have been going outside with Terrell Davis, and this time they fake the pass. It's a draw play. The defense just hesitates for a second, and he gets through there. And watch Tom Nalen. Oh, and Dan Neal, good job. Tom Nalen coming off of 1 block and then picking up Brian Cox with the 2nd block.
Davis again. Inside the 20. Where we talked about Davis's patience as a runner. He took a little hop and a skip prior to his 20-yard burst. 115 yards on the day. The 13th time this season he's up over 100 yards rushing. And 6 consecutive 100-yard games in the postseason. Ties him with John Riggins.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised. I mean, if you hold this guy, if you hold Terrell Davis, you keep him under 120 now.
Elway going to throw. Over the middle. Incomplete. Shannon Sharp hit at the goal line by Corwin Brown. And both players are still down. And a pretty heavy-duty collision seems to have taken its toll on both players.
Well, the safety's in the middle. John Elway trying to stick it in there before the safety can make the play. Good effort by Shannon Sharp. And Corwin Brown, number 44, does the right thing. He does not lead with the helmet. He comes in, hits him with the shoulder.
You see the hit delivered by Corwin Brown, and number 21, Victor Green, running right along with Shannon Sharp, told us last night that he works out with Shannon during the offseason.
They work out down at Grady High School in Atlanta during the offseason, and that shows a lot of courage, toughness, and smartness by Corwin Brown going in there and doing the tackle the proper way.
Shannon Sharp walking off to this side of the field. Corwin Brown reaches the sideline at the other side of the field. 42, Marcus Coleman has come on to the field now for the Jets. And Dwayne Carswell, number 86, or make it Byron Chamberlain, number 86, will go on to the field for Denver. John Elway, turnaround has been a little bit, although he's only 5 of 12 here in the second half. He has thrown the ball much better.
And they're throwing it down the field, Greg. When you throw it down the field, you're not going to hit as high a percentage. And that's one of the reasons why he's only 5 of 12.
3rd and 9. Elway. And now has to eat it and falls at the 30-yard line. Second sack of the day for the Jet defense. Chad Cascadden, Brian Cox converged.
Most teams, this would take you out of field goal range. But with Jason Elam, you see Mike Shanahan laughing. How can he get mad? John Elway has made hundreds of plays, buying time, moving around. And that time, the Jets just do a good job of covering the receivers down the field.
Elam was good from 44 yards out. This one is a 48-yard attempt. On the way, and it is good. Jason Elam hit 58 of 58 extra point attempts during the regular season, 23 of 27 field goals, including one from 63 yards. This is just a little old 48-yarder in the wind.
Just a 48-yarder with wind blowing across. We don't know where it's going. And he just hammers this football, and he played the wind. It went right to left.
And on the sideline, Mike Shanahan watching, urging. And for the first time today, Shanahan and the Broncos are in the lead at 13-10. In fact, the Broncos have scored 13 unanswered points as Thunder takes a ride. Vinny Testaverde now getting ready to go back to work as soon as the Jets reacquire possession. 2:58 to play here in the third quarter.
Well, Denver, we're getting the first quarter assault. We're getting in the third quarter. And what we're also seeing, the New York Jets really withstood a series of events there. They could have blown them out of the football game, but they hung in there, and they're only down 13-10.
Kevin Williams, Dave Meggett, deep. Another short kick.
Not going to get
going
there.
to bounce. Meggett, 25, and is down at the 25-yard line. Or the 20, make it. While we have a moment, let's remind you, tonight on CBS, what do many military wives have in common? They're victims of domestic violence that's running rampant on military bases. 60 Minutes tonight, followed by Touched by an Angel. Then Academy Award winner Susan Sarandon and Sean Penn star in the CBS Sunday night movie Dead Man Walking. That's all tonight on CBS, America's most watched network.
What we have seen the last few series from the New York Jets, the inability to run the football is just putting too much pressure on the quarterbacks and the receivers, and now the rush is starting to get to Vinny Testaverde.
Time Room to throw. Down the middle. Johnson incomplete. Terrific coverage by Darian Gordon, number 21.
Darian Gordon is all over Keyshawn Johnson. The Denver Broncos have done a good job of taking Keyshawn Johnson out of the passing game down the field. Perfect throw by Vinny Testaverde, but even if Keyshawn Johnson catches it, he is going to take a big hit. And Darian Gordon done a good job of covering and a good job of tackling so far today.
You talked about the inability to run the ball. Look at the Jets' total yardage here in the second half, 19. But the Jets have run the ball just 11 times today. Not much there. Marvin Washington leading the charge on Curtis Martin.
And Greg, what we're seeing, and it's, we said it earlier, it's hard to believe it, but this is a finesse offense. And they like to move their offensive linemen to get angles to create easy blocks for them. And when you're playing a defensive front that moves around and is athletic, they don't stand still. It makes it hard, and that's why Curtis Martin, he can't get back to the line of scrimmage.
Average yards to go on third down. The Jets have had longer yardage to deal with than the Broncos. 3rd and 8. Keyshawn Johnson incomplete, wants a penalty flag. There is none forthcoming. Johnson appeared to be bumped before the ball got there.
Keyshawn Johnson top of the screen. Here he comes inside. 3rd and 8. The defender, Darius Johnson, absolutely gets there before the football is thrown. It does not give Keyshawn Johnson a chance to catch the football. Should have been a penalty.
It is not. Kidd will kick. And a decent kick. Darian Gordon from the 26. Cuts it outside. Midfield. 40. Inside the Jet 40 to the 37-yard line. 50-yard punt, 36-yard return.
Terrific job of selling the return. He went inside, he stayed inside, and at the last second, he broke around the left corner. Watch Darian Gordon. Going to go up. Here he is, and he waits. Did you see that? He waits to the last second to break it out. That enables him to get outside the coverage and pick up all those yards.
Kidd helping out with the tackle, but now Elway goes to work first down at the Jet 38-yard line. 1:42 to play in the third. Davis to the 35 to the 34-yard line.
But Greg, the wind has been swirling, so I have a hard time. Sometimes I look up, it looks like it's behind the Broncos, but right now it's somewhat, it looks like it's behind them right now. 1:24 to go in the quarter. I would try to watch my play call, and in case I have to kick a field goal, I could use the wind.
Field position has been terrific for the Broncos. On their last 3 drives, they've begun at the Jet 31, at their own 44, and this one at the Jet 38. The toss. Davis to the 30. Mo Lewis, Anthony Pleasant with the tackle.
Greg, if you made me pick an outstanding player in a game, I think it has to be Mo Lewis. I mean, he has been terrific in rushing the quarterback, knocking passes down, and stopping the run. Again, outside, makes Terrell Davis cut inside, and then reaches out with his left arm and makes the tackle.
Fighting off the block from Tony Jones. Clock continues to move. We come up on half a minute to play here in the third quarter. 3rd and 3. The CBS first down line shows you how far the Broncos need to go for a first down. Davis. First down and more. 15, 10, touchdown. Yards for Terrell Davis.
First time all day we've seen Terrell Davis take the pitch, go outside, and cut it back up inside and have that big gaping hole where he can break off that long run.
Terrell Davis is averaging 6.7 yards a carry today.
Watch how long he goes vertical, and then the longer he gets and goes this way, when he cuts up, look at the hole. Pepper Johnson. Ernie Logan over pursue. And then it's hard to tackle Terrell Davis one-on-one down the field after he breaks the line of scrimmage. Tom Nalen, number 66. What a block by him. The center. Bill Belichick, the defensive coordinator, told me when we were talking about this game, the key to their run game, especially when Terrell Davis cuts back, is the center, Tom Nalen, staying on his blocks and pushing the defender past the hole.
The Denver Broncos, a frustrated offense in the first half. They have broken through, scoring on 4 consecutive drives and scoring 20 points here in the third quarter.
As we watch this, it's almost hard to believe now that they were shut out in the first half.
This will not be run out of the end zone by Dave Meggett, and so the Jets will get it started 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. And Bill Parcells and Vinny Testaverde will try to figure out how to recapture some of that momentum, which has definitely gone over now to the Denver Broncos.
Well, I'll tell you something they're not going to find on that sheet. That's a running play that's going to work. I mean, so far today, how many times we've seen Curtis Martin even get a chance to find a hole to run up in there and get some positive yards? So what you have to do if you're the New York Jets, you've got to complete some passes, get Denver's defense off guard a little, and then sneak a running play in there.
Testaverde throws complete for Beck. First down yardage across the 30, and that will bring the quarter to an end. That's the end of the third quarter with the score. The Broncos 20 and the Jets 10. We're coming back after this message and a word from your local station. You're watching the NFL on CBS, and that man's final 15 minutes of a great career at Mile High Stadium.